ये आप रास्ते बीच में नहीं आओ, बाकी बीच में क्या झगड़ा करना। कैमरा बंद कर रहे हैं अपना आप जो फोन से तो आया हूँ दोबारा जब डायरेक्ट लगाऊंगी
हेलो हेलो चेक चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक हेलो हेलो चेक चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक
Minister of State and Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rathod. Shri Sunil Arora, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Shri J.S. Mathur, Special Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Srimati R. Jaya, Joint Secretary, Broadcasting, and Mr. Rajiv Tikku from One World Foundation. I am Pinky Chandran from Radioactive.
गुड मॉर्निंग और मैं हूं पंकज आठवले मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी के मस्ट रेडियो से। आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है इस सम्मेलन में जिसकी संकल्पना है विविधता और स्थिरता की ओर। कम्युनिटी रेडियो वेलकम वन एंड ऑल, वेलकम द डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट ऑन द डेज एंड कम्युनिटी रेडियो इन इंडिया is a recognition of the diversity in our country and a clear reflection of the heterogeneity of communities and the multiplicity of dialects.
Community radios are as multifaceted as the type of communities. Their motivations, the community issues, the needs and the structure. With over 190 operational stations, there is a tremendous amount of experience with different communities using the platform, new formats being experimented, the nature of participation, issues being addressed, the value, vision, mission of stations are all varied. Community radios are all about diversity and more. Honorable Minister, we know we have a long road to travel, but a beginning has been made and we are very optimistic of your continued indulgence. It is in this spirit I would request all the dignitaries to light the lamp and declare the 6th National Community Radio Sammelan open.
ये एक पारंपरिक प्रथा है कि हम दिए को जलाकर लाइटिंग ऑफ द लैम्प इज एन ऑस्पिशियस सेरेमनी व्हिच विल लीड और शो अस द लाइट फॉर अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो। It's an honor that all of us here have gathered here for the 6th National Community Radio Sammelan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. फिर एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए, तालियां तो होनी चाहिए, पहला ही दिन है, बहुत बढ़िया। Thank you. May I now call upon Srimati R. Jaya, Joint Secretary, Broadcasting, to formally welcome the distinguished guests.
Very good morning to all the dignitaries and our guests here today. Sir, the Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting, sir, it is always your guidance that has helped us to move so much forward in the community radio sector. And today, it's our great pleasure as both the Ministry and the community radio sector to welcome you to this 6th National Sammelan of the community radio stations. In the past 1.5 years, sir, your guidance has
helped us to make more strides in the community radio sector. And like the last year, it's a great pleasure to have you here, and we are waiting for the further guidance from you in the sector, sir. The Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting has always been supportive in all our endeavors that we have in the community radio sector from the government side. In fact, we have benefited a lot at all times whenever we have broached the topic of community radio. It is again a pleasure to welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting to this 6th National Sammelan. Our Secretary, Mr. Sunil Arora, has been always a bulwark of support, guidance, and a great way in which to look at things differently in all matters, and the community radio sector has been no exception. And his insights have helped us to make this Sammelan and whatever has been done in the past year to help us to formulate them better in a manner which would take the sector forward. And we welcome you, sir, to this Sammelan. The Special Secretary, Mr. Mathur, has been with us for a very long time, and he is probably one of the best experts on the community radio sector today, having seen it through quite a few vicissitudes and having also established the Community Radio National Sammelans and the National Awards. Welcome to you also, sir. The community radio stations have increased over the past decade very tremendously, and today this hall is full. The 6th National Sammelan has seen, the 5th National Sammelan had seen about 180 or 175 stations in existence then. We have added to the numbers since, and it's a great pleasure for us to see you all again together, all our friends, all of us here, and I'm sure these 3 days together are only going to enrich us further and enrich the sector further. So welcome to all of you here. I cannot forget our organizers of the various activities that the community radio sector does in each year. The workshops, the SEMCA, the CRA, the SMART organization, also the regional workshops which were conducted by the CRA and the One World, and the National Sammelan being organized by the One World. All of them, both stakeholders and organizers, have been with us throughout. Further, we cannot forget the various stakeholders, the think tank, the people in the operational stations who have been with us as stakeholders in all our endeavors, whether in the screening committees or whether in the various committees that we have, in the various activities we undertake. And I see quite a few of them here. A warm welcome to all of them also. The ministries, officials, the media units, all of them have been always supportive of the community radio sector. We have with us the CEO, Prasar Bharti, who has been advocating the community radio sector's rights and responsibilities for quite a long time. A warm welcome to you, sir, and to all the media units who are present with us today and for the support you have given us. A warm welcome again to everyone present here. With that, I end and hope the National Sammelan will throw up great insights for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jaya. May I please request Shri Sunil Arora, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, for a special address.
Shri Arun Jaitley, Honorable Minister of Information Broadcasting, Finance, Corporate Affairs. Shri Ajivardhan Singh Rathod Sahab, Honorable Minister of State. My senior colleague, Mr. J.S. Mathur, the most visible face of community radio by the sheer grit of our efforts and dedication. But we also have in the system Esther Khar, one of our colleagues who spent 1 year sabbatical only for the development of community radio. We welcome you all to the 6th National Community Radio Sammelan. This Sammelan is a result of sincere and significant efforts made by all the stakeholders. The agenda of this year's Sammelan is quite participatory and first of its kind. If you see the choice of subjects, it's quite eclectic and tries to cover the entire domain of the various aspects of community radio. In the last year's Sammelan, I am told, one of the recommendations was that suggestions should be invited from the operational CR stations while preparing the National Sammelan agenda. Therefore, in consultation with the stakeholders, the format was developed, circulated to all the operational CRs, received their feedback for the overall theme and sub-theme, and that is how the agenda was prepared. In all, 41 responses were received, and I'm sure that, I can't say that everything has been covered, but an attempt has been made to cover as much ground as possible. The role of this ministry has been kind of pivotal, crucial to strengthen the sector, linking it to other departments, ensuring the outreach to other ministries and departments, interacting with central organizations, states, districts. So far, 439 permissions have been issued to set up community radio stations in India. Out of this, 191 stations have become operational, while others are in the pipeline. Community radio basically is one of the best tools for empowerment, especially rural and remote communities who do not generally find a voice in the mainstream media. Programs mainly in the local languages, dialects, dealing with local issues, involving citizens living there, so that villagers and small town folks understand what they are about. Just hearing themselves on the radio is an empowering experience for many of the marginalized sections in the society. The local communities of farmers, fisher folk, medical, legal experts, students, workers, folk artists, and so on contribute regularly to the programs on community radio stations. As such, health and hygiene, feedback pertaining to agriculture and road safety, water conservation, rainwater harvesting, folk culture, entertainment, they are the hallmarks of community radio. To the best of my knowledge and interaction with JS and Mr. Mathur, they have tried to streamline the approval processes to the extent possible. The applicants can now apply online, track status of their pending applications through a comprehensive community radio management information system. To assist new applicants, community radio facilitation center has also been set up at Shastri Bhavan with a toll-free number. Over the years, this toll-free number has been very helpful for the new applicants. But I have a feeling that much more needs to be done. We still have to await clearances from other places, which we are trying to put a system in place. In the last 6 months, we have got a lot of cooperation from the MHA in all kinds of clearances, and I hope this cooperation will go even further. The ministry has also been organizing awareness workshops in various parts of the country. So far, 70 such workshops have been organized at various locations. These workshops have proved to be useful not only to spread awareness, but also build capacities of the NGOs and other organizations to operate community radio stations in an effective manner. During the financial year 15-16, 8 awareness workshops were organized for CR in, as called, remote areas, very remote areas. These workshops have been successful in addressing issues concerning guidelines, application, procedures, content, and sustainability, etc. We have also been organizing regional Sammelans for operational community radio stations in the country. This decision owes its genesis to a desire expressed by the community radio stations at the 4th National Community Radio Sammelan in 13-14 so that regional CRS could be better represented. Regional Sammelans also aim to provide a platform to the operational community radios to share their grassroots stories, issues, and good practices. 2 regional Sammelans were organized during 15-16, one at Bhopal and another Pune. Ministry has also introduced, sir, a plan scheme under the 12th 5-year plan, namely supporting community radio movement in India to provide financial assistance to existing and new community radio stations for infrastructure development, equipment, training, capacity building, innovation, etc. The maximum grant is about 50% of the total estimated expenditure, subject to a ceiling of rupees 7.50 lakhs. But I have a feeling, sir, that whatever little I know about the economics of community radios, this needs to be scaled up much further. And we will be coming up to you with a proposal on these lines. With these words, I welcome you all, and I hope that the next 2.5 days of deliberations we'll be able to discuss all the facets of community radio. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arora. And today we present to you the 5th National Community Radio Awards. ये एक ऐसा मौका है जहां पर हम पुरस्कृत कर सकते हैं उन रेडियो स्टेशंस को, उन कम्युनिटी रेडियो स्टेशंस को जिन्होंने अपने कार्यक्रमों के द्वारा बेहतरीन काम किया है. It's the National Community Radio Awards are always a celebration of community engagement, creativity, and innovation in content since 2012.
We know that it is an elaborate process where stations have to apply after a call for application is out. There are 5 categories for the award, which range from thematic to innovation. In each category, 3 prizes are awarded carrying cash prize of rupees 50,000, rupees 30,000, and rupees 20,000.
Yes, and the jury for the 5th Community Radio Awards was constituted from the peer stations and other stakeholders, chaired by Dr. Munish Kumar, Economic Advisor, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. And as always, we know it has not been an easy task to decide on the awardees, but it has been done.
May I please request the Honourable Minister, Shri Arun Jaitley ji, to give away the awards and request the Honourable Minister for State, Colonel Rathore, to hand over the certificates. So, in the first category of awards, the most creative, innovative program to encourage community radio stations to experiment, devise new formats of program. And the first and only prize goes to Radio Benziger from Kerala. Their program is called Supratam. It's an innovative program which offers an opportunity for live participation of the audience in content production. This is a story of a mother of her 2-year-old daughter diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
Yes, गुजारिश करूंगा सभी award winners से कि they give the photographers enough opportunity, because this is a moment that everyone will cherish as we move on to the second category. The second category of awards is promoting local culture with focus on preservation and promotion. 2 prizes है इसमें. Or we start from the second prize. The second prize goes to a radio station coming from the state of Odisha for its program Ama Kala, Ama Sanskruti, Radio Kisan. खास कार्यक्रमों की श्रृंखला जिसमें त्योहार के दौरान एक विशिष्ट ग्रुप जो ड्रम बीटर्स है, इनके ऊपर ये पूरा कार्यक्रम जो है सीरीज ये बनाई गई थी. फैंटास्टिक, तालियां होनी चाहिए. कम ऑन फ्रेंड्स. And the first prize in this category of promoting local culture goes to a radio station from Tamil Nadu for its program Thole Kalai Payanam. I hope I've got it right. It's SSM Community Radio. Anyone from SSM? Yes, if someone can receive it. If someone from Tamil Nadu could receive it. क्योंकि ये एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन सीरीज थी. This was a series of episodes made on the dying art of shadow puppetry. Someone from Tamil Nadu. Yeah, there she is. इस पारंपरिक लोक कला को कैसे जीवित रखा जाए, a storytelling way, shadow puppetry, so very important, integrated with radio programs. Amazing. और फिर एक बार जोरदार तालियां.
The third category of awards is the Community Engagement Awards, with the objective of encouraging community members during pre-post production and outreach. The third place goes to Tendril CR Tamil Nadu for its program on hand washing. And the second place goes to Radio Madhuban Rajasthan for its program Hamari Sarkar Hamari Adhikar. And the first place goes to Salam Namaste Uttar Pradesh for its program Chakte Chotu on child labor.
सलाम नमस्ते जी वहां पर है, आइए जल्दी जल्दी आइए. सलाम नमस्ते फ्रॉम न्यू दिल्ली. Yes, we now move on to the fourth category of awards, and this is the thematic awards, and as the name suggests, has a thematic focus of minimum 13 episodes. The first category in the thematic awards, of course it is, yes, the third place, beg your pardon. We start from the three prizes. The third place once again goes to a radio station from Odisha, Radio Kisan, for its program Ei Ana Adhikar, a wonderful series, महिलाओं की दुविधाएं, उनकी जीवन शैली, उनके काम करने को लेकर अंधश्रद्धाएं और महिलाओं के उद्योग को प्रोत्साहन देने वाली ये सीरीज थी फ्रॉम रेडियो किसान. तालियां कहां पर है दोस्तों? The second place in this category goes to a radio station from Tamil Nadu for their program Kudiyai Velmam. This is MOP Community Radio. MOP say? Yes, please. Lovely series on alcoholism and the associated the problems, सामाजिक समस्याएं जिससे उत्पन्न होती है, उन पर कैसे तोड़ निकाला जाए. जोरदार तालियां. क्या फोटोग्राफर्स को माइंड यू सर्टिफिकेट्स भी लेना ना भूलिएगा, साथ में चेक भी बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आपको नहीं चाहिए तो मैं हमेशा उपलब्ध हूं. Anyways, and the first prize in this category goes to a radio station from Bangalore for their program Yari Varu Season 2. This means Kaun Hu Main, and the radio station is Radioactive. Pinky could also join. My co-host Radioactive Bangalore. तालियां कहां पर है? आज का तो पहला ही दिन है दोस्तों. Thank you, gentlemen. You may now be seated. There is no award in the sustainability category, and once again, a huge round of applause for all the winners. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए.
Thank you, sir. The Community Radio Compendium has been instrumental in documenting unique stories from the CR sector. It's a repository of stories which represent the diversity of the sector. It also gives us a glimpse of the contextual realities of each station.
Yes, and may I now request the Honourable Minister to step forward and release the compendium for the 2015-16. I also request the Honourable Minister of State to release the community radio map, which identifies all the present community radios in the country. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए फिर एक बार दोस्तों. The compendium. Thank you. We also have the map, and I request, I guess photographers will have another wonderful opportunity, so please gear up. ये वो नक्शा है हमारे देश का जहां जहां कम्युनिटी रेडियोस ऑपरेशनल है. This gives you a complete picture of the community radio network in the country. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And now may I request the Honorable Minister, Shri Arun Jaitley, to deliver the inaugural address. Okay. Yeah. We have the Minister of State, Shri Rajyavardhan Rathod, doing the needful. Sir.
माननीय श्री अरुण जेटली जी, मिनिस्टर फॉर फाइनेंस, कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स, इंफॉर्मेशन ब्रॉडकास्टिंग, श्री अरोरा साहब, सेक्रेटरी INB, माथुर साहब, जय जी, टिक्कू जी, यहाँ पर उपस्थित सभी सूचना प्रसारण के अधिकारी और पूरे भारत से यहाँ पधारे सभी कम्युनिटी रेडियो के ऑपरेटर्स, आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत। अगर हम भारत के सशक्तिकरण की बात करते हैं तो उसकी न्यूनतम जो यूनिट है, एक परिवार और एक व्यक्ति, उसके सशक्तिकरण की बात हमें सोचनी चाहिए। और अगर हम उनको सशक्त कर सकते हैं तो अपने आप भारत सशक्त हो जाएगा। अब इस व्यक्ति को किस तरह से हम सशक्त करें, इंपावर किस तरह से करा जाए, उसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो चीज होती है वो है इंफॉर्मेशन। उन तक इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाना, उनकी इंफॉर्मेशन दूसरों तक पहुंचाना, और उसके अंदर कम्युनिटी रेडियो का बहुत लाभ उठाया जा सकता है। बाकी सभी माध्यम अगर आप देखें, टेलीविजन जो सैटेलाइट डिश से हम रिसीव करते हैं तो वो दिल्ली केंद्रित हो जाता है। अगर हम FM रेडियो की भी बात करें तो वो एक बड़े शहर में केंद्रित हो जाता है। उसकी सबसे छोटी इकाई जो कम्युनिटी रेडियो है, that has the power to talk about those small communities, individuals जो अचीव कर रहे हैं और जिनको अचीवमेंट तक ले जाना है, जिनको उस लेवल तक ले जाना है। मुझे लगता है सरकार की इतनी नीतियां होती हैं जो अक्सर लोगों तक नहीं पहुंचती। कितने भी इश्तिहार दे दिए जाएं रेडियो पे, टीवी पे, वो सामने आते हैं और निकल जाते हैं, रजिस्टर नहीं होते। आप तो कम्युनिटी रेडियो वाले हैं, आप अपने इलाकों में कभी किसी से पूछिए कि क्या वो 4 या 5 सरकार की कोई ऐसी योजना के बारे में बता सकते हैं जिनसे उनको लाभ हो, आपको जवाब नहीं मिलेगा। इसका मतलब कहीं हमारे जो कई इश्तिहार जा रहे हैं उससे जो रीच होनी चाहिए वो नहीं हो पा रही, और वहां पर कम्युनिटी रेडियो का लाभ उठाया जा सकता है। जहां आप लोकल जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उनको बुलाकर जब आप उस क्षेत्र के बारे में बात करेंगे कि किस तरह से वहां के लोग उस योजना का उपयोग कर सकते हैं, तो लोगों के समझ में आने लगेगी। एक तो भाषा वही होगी और दूसरा शायद बोलने का तरीका, और जो उदाहरण देंगे वो लोगों को तुरंत समझ में आ जाएगा। तो कनेक्ट जो होता है वो कनेक्ट बहुत जबरदस्त कम्युनिटी रेडियो पे हो सकता है। हम मुद्रा योजना की बात करते हैं, इतना पावरफुल प्रोग्राम है भारत सरकार का, उसका किस तरह से लाभ उठाया जाए। आमतौर पर जब हम एक ग्रुप में बैठते हैं और कोई एक राय देने लगता है तो सबके आइडियाज अपने आप आने लग जाते हैं कि हाँ, ये तो मैं जानता हूं ये बात। तो उसी तरह से जब लोकल किसी व्यक्ति से आप बात करेंगे कि मुद्रा योजना में क्या क्या करा जा सकता है, उधर कारोबार क्या क्या हो सकते हैं, उसी तरह स्टार्टअप, उसी तरह सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड, उसी तरह फसल बीमा योजना, कितने ही प्रोग्राम हैं जिनको आप बात कर सकते हैं। दूसरी बात, एक प्लेटफॉर्म जब मिलता है, आज यहां पर अवार्ड्स दिए गए, एक सम्मान भी होता है, एक मोटिवेशन भी होता है, एक अच्छा लगता है। जिनको नहीं मिलता उनको लगता है कि अगली बार मुझे मिलना चाहिए। इट्स ए इंस्पिरेशनल थिंग। वही जब आप अपने कम्युनिटी रेडियो में किसी ने खेल में अच्छा करा, किसी ने पढ़ाई में अच्छा करा, कोई सोशल सर्विस में अच्छा कर रहा है, उसको अगर आप बुला के उनसे चर्चा करेंगे तो उनको भी अच्छा लगेगा और सुनने वालों को भी अच्छा लगेगा। आज जो कम्युनिटी रेडियो जितने हैं, मुझे लगता है इसको हमें बहुत बहुत आगे बढ़ाना है, एंड उसमें हम सरकार भी काम करेगी। उसमें सरकार तो काम करेगी, जैसे अभी सुनील अरोड़ा साहब ने बोला कि हम इसको और आगे बढ़ाना चाहेंगे, लेकिन उसमें कहीं आप सबकी भी जरूरत पड़ेगी। और उसके लिए जो ये एक राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन हुआ है, जो रीजनल सम्मेलन है, वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो जाएगा। सब चाहते हैं कम्युनिटी रेडियो होना चाहिए। मैं मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट से बात करता हूं तो सब बड़े एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं कि कम्युनिटी रेडियो। मैं क्या करूं आगे इसको शुरू करने के लिए, उसमें सब उलझ के पीछे रह जाते हैं। अब आप सबने करा हुआ है, यू हैव बीन देयर, यू हैव डन इट, नाउ यू नीड टू हैंड होल्ड अदर्स एंड टेक देम फॉरवर्ड। So I hope you'll be able to do that, and we'll support you in that. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a great discussion today. We need to come together as one team, strengthen it. आप उस पाले में नहीं हैं, सरकार इस पाले में नहीं है, हम एक ही साथ हैं, हम एक ही टीम हैं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, sir. As you rightly said, community radio has a power to reach out and connect, and we are together in this. May I now request the Honourable Minister, Shri Arun Jaitley ji, to deliver the inaugural address.
My colleague, Shri Rajwardhan Rathore, the Secretary, Mr. Sunil Arora, officials, and members of the community radio fraternity from all over the country. Let me at the very outset compliment you for having carried forward this initiative. And already I am given to understand there are over 191 community radio stations. Over 400 have been permitted. And therefore in the next few months, we should see a significant growth and connectivity as far as community radio is concerned. We are moving surely but certainly in the right direction. Till about 2 decades ago, there was an erroneous impression that the entire system, including governments, had that radio and television are the monopoly of the state. Now, world over, this trend was changing. And it had to change. People can't just be fed with state-controlled or public broadcasting-controlled radio or television. That has an important function. But then you had a landmark situation where airwaves, both in radio and television, were thrown open. And the ownership vested in the people. And when it vested in the people, there is of course a limitation as to the physical capacity that the medium has. And subject to that physical capacity of the medium, people were being encouraged, and as a result of which you now have an explosion of television channels, a very large number of privately owned FM radios. And then since 2002, community radio made its advent into educational institutions, then spread into local areas. And I think this is a trend which has to be encouraged, and encouraged for good reason. Radio essentially is the old medium. And in between, it appeared to us when television occupied the center stage, particularly in the 1980s and 90s, that radio was taking a back seat. And suddenly, with the expansion of the FM radio, radio has come back with a bang. And therefore, radio has become a very powerful medium. Its reach is easier, its reach is cheaper, and its reach is much larger. What purpose would these smaller community radio stations do? You see, we are a land of diversity in terms of language, in terms of social practices, cultures. Almost as you move from district to district, the dialects change, the weather changes, the crop patterns change, and people have to be acquainted both with information and education. And I'm glad when the prizes were just being distributed, in the various categories amongst the programs which won the award was a hygiene related program. The importance of keeping your hands clean. And if somebody can do a program across the country, station after station in this, I think instead of having propaganda for types which indoctrinates people, if you have sustained campaigns of this kind, so that we are able to drill into the human mind the healthcare and preventive healthcare systems, radio can become a very powerful tool of education, healthcare, keeping language. There is a grievance that people have that some of the dialects and languages are dying. Poetry in certain areas, in some languages, is depleting itself. Now, can these be the institutions for keeping those cultures and languages alive and increasing the level of scholarship as far as those areas is concerned? So, in tradition, in matters of education as far as the farmers are concerned, giving them the new agricultural techniques, the crop patterns, the weather forecasts, I think sky is the limit as far as the width of programming is concerned. And of course, cohesively interlinked areas, smaller areas within a smaller radius itself, are regions where people have a tendency to connect with each other much more. And therefore, it's that connectivity which community radio has the capacity to build about. If you take a slightly different example, world over newspaper circulations are now shrinking because people are moving on to the digital mode. Television news is also a substitute. But regional newspapers are not shrinking because news of the region, language, culture, the connectivity is what keeps them alive. And therefore, there, if you see across India, the expansion takes place. Now, the same practice and principle will probably apply as far as community radio is concerned. And I think over the next 2 days, when you discuss this, these issues, what is most important are two factors. As far as the government is concerned, and of course it would have an important role of being a permitting agency, a facilitator, but then people in different regions with some government support have to expand and expand quite rapidly. And more important than that is exchanging experiences with each other about the quality, nature and the width of the programming. I think that's extremely important, and therefore let me compliment the department for having taken this initiative, and I'm sure this will be extremely educative and useful to all of us over the next 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind words, sir. Certainly, as you said, sky is the limit. The entire team of yours, the entire department, ministry putting in so much of hard work is just acting like a cryogenic boost to this rocket called community radio, and I hope it will go higher and higher. And now I call upon Mr. Rajiv Tikku, the director of One World Foundation, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you. It's a great honor and privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks at the inaugural session of the 6th National Community Radio Sammelan. We are grateful to the Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting for being with us on this occasion. It signifies the government's commitment to the sector and it's also a source of inspiration for all of us. Thank you for outlining the possibilities the CR sector throws up. We are also grateful to Minister of State, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajavardhan Singh Rathore for his presence and encouragement to this sector. He also reaffirmed the Minister's commitment to the sector, which Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, for providing thought leadership to the community sector over the last year. He also gave us an insight into the MIB's role over the years, and particularly in the last year. Thank you so very much. I also thank Sri J.S. Mathur, Special Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, for his constant guidance and support. He has been always there with us all through. I express my gratitude to Ms. R. Jaya, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, for helping us to get the agenda of the National Community Radio Sammelan together and put it on a higher pedestal. The support of Community Radio Cell MIB is also deeply appreciated. Equally, I'm also grateful to all community radio participants for their participation, who come from all over the country to join this 3-day event. The Sammelan would not have been possible without the contribution of each one of them. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank all other officials from various ministries, state departments, Prasar Bharati, particularly Sri Jawad Sarkar, who is with us today, Doordarshan, All India Radio, PIB, community radio experts who are with us today, CR associations like CRA, CRFC, FCR, UN agencies, SEMCA, and friends from media for their presence and participation today. Once again, I thank all of you for being with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen on the dais, and that brings us to the end of the inaugural function. Before we move on, a big round of applause for the entire Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Thank you very much.